Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Share the live, guys. I love going out to everybody who's watching us on YouTube, and I'm connecting with you guys on the Facebook Live and seeing all of your comments. So we're going to go back to the phone lines. You know, we have 2 hours, and we want to get in as much contribution as we can on what we're talking about, self-efficiency.
Yes.
The government, they're doing all
that
they could, but we can also stand up and do for ourselves as well. Afisha on the Facebook is saying everybody's situation different. I can only talk for me because it's really tough. I can only do what I can do. Let's take this one. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon once more. I tend to disagree with your co-host on a topic, and I hope you don't feel that though, because what I was looking at, he said, I stand corrected, but I overheard him saying that our race depend mostly on the government and the other races. Is that what you said?
What I said.
Because you know
what I said, sir. What I said, right? Is it predominant? Is the
predominantly?
Is it
not just our race, but predominantly?
Predominantly the black races, right? Or the black races see these things with. Right? You see these things with the black race.
He didn't say just us.
Just us, not just us, but the black race.
Yeah, but can I interject here?
Come on,
because,
bring it out.
Okay, let's hold. Hello?
Yeah, bring it out, bring it out.
Yes, what I'm saying, it depends too on the area. Let's say the black predominant, our black predominant, you will find we as consumers facilitating the services of those outlets. But if you look at the areas where it is predominantly the Westmoreland and other areas, you will see the outlets that have been patronized by the wider marginal end of it. I hope you agree with me there.
Right.
And the other thing I noticed is that there are a lot of even black millionaires that we are not aware of, because if you look at the funeral homes, everybody out there, but the funeral homes are almost 90% run by black businesses. The Belgrove, the Armstrong, you could call the names, right?
Right.
And look at the bakeries, right? You're looking at the bakeries in other areas, right? Chimook, Freddie, Pascal, these are all black businesses that are doing well. So sometimes you have people on the other side pushing a narrative that we don't know business, we don't know what we're doing. And I'd just like to add, and I would like to correct Bekit, right? Because he made something on another program by saying that about who are the financiers of the government. It is true, the government is the same as the opposition, some of them, but we are all financiers of both government and opposition.
Thank you so much, caller.
Right. And the thing
I'll take this one already. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you?
Good. Thank you, my dear precious. I love your conversation this afternoon.
Thank you.
Or what we will call our discourse. Let me tell you, I heard a gentleman talk about, and he's a brilliant man, a great writer and so on, talked about tax incentives.
Talk about what?
Know the kind of business people we have in Trinidad and Tobago. You think the government giving them tax incentives, they're going and pass it on to us?
Right.
Because they are so unscrupulous and greedy, they ain't passing on nothing.
No.
So hence the reason why, beg your pardon?
I said no, them ain't passing on nothing.
At all. So hence the reason why I like the idea of being self-sufficient.
Come on now.
What I also want to say too is that what the other ethnic groups have done that we have not been doing, they go begging cap in hand too, you know. But they try to show the government or whoever is in power, look, we could do so and bring in this and whatnot, right? We could add revenue to the country. We could generate wealth. While the African man, we are the most talented in this country, you know. The most talented and the most gifted. but we're sitting down on it. And hear what? Some people whisper in some people's ears. Not all of us, because you see both of you there, you all are bright. They whisper in some of their ears. Just put out your hand, boy. We go get you $100. We go get you 50. We go get you 500, 1,000 or 2,000. While the other groups begging to, but they're going with bag of money. They're going with contract.
Mm-hmm.
So what the African have to do? And as a young man said, get the brothers together.
Come on.
And you're going and tell the government we want to go and plant the land, we want to go and do so and so.
Yes.
Come up with a business plan, and you're going into business.
Yes.
So you can take bag of money. You ain't settling for no crumbs off the table.
Come on now.
They want us to settle for crumbs off the table. A lot of the opposition and all these people. Why? To keep people under their foot.
Right.
So you always have to be running to them. If you notice a certain set of people, there's what, you know.
Yeah.
But if people can think critically for themselves, say, hey, we are settling for this. We don't want no crumbs off the table. We want a big slice of the cake. So we want contracts. We want bag of money too. We could get into business like everybody else. And as a man said, he called out all the businesses where these fellas are billionaires, you know, but they keep it on the lows and they're right. Right? They have money, but they keep it on the lows. We can do business. So you all have to start to think big. I want to get into business with my brethren. So we go in and with a business plan, you talk to somebody, we want contract. Now I want to put a little laughter in your faces to lighten the load. You know, long time, I don't know if you all remember growing up. Remember Popeye?
Oh, you know that.
Oh, remember Popeye?
Yeah. Hey.
Right. What Popeye used to eat?
Spinach.
And he's showing muscles. Spinach.
Spinach in the place.
Showing muscles. It ain't no chicken and fries, you know. It's green.
It's not doubles. We're precious like to be making.
Not double, nothing but
doubles.
Grease. Papa used to go for the green leafy thing. And when he take it so, he's only come through. No, they could contest with me. Popeye, you know, they always tell you out of nonsense, take sense out of nonsense. So he was showing people how to eat properly with Popeye as the figurehead. Okay, guys?
Thank you so much.
When programmers, people usual, we have to think critically, you know. We have to start thinking big. We are accepting for no crumbs off no table.
No crumbs.
And that's why opposite come and blow in our ears, take a 500, take a 2,000, no. And they're going with the bag of money. They get all the big contract. You understand? Because that 2,000 and 5,000 is done. But when you go with the bag of money, you could bank it. You could do it, put aside for your children and your children's children. You could invest it. That's it. You could invest it for your children.
Invest.
So
How much of us?
Hey, my mommy and daddy leave something for me. All the other ethnic groups leaving something for the children. What the African man leaving? About 20 shoes.
We're now talking that.
Kind of thing.
We're now talking that. What is it?
Thank you so much.
And that's the thing.
As we're playing.
I don't want people to take it wrong. What are we leaving for our offsprings? What are we putting in place?
And most importantly, what are we teaching them where wealth and money and investment?
Come on. Are we going to just argue about the government? Argue about this one and that one? No. They cannot go so. What are they doing for? How much money that paying in your pocket?
You want to play some voice?
Play some voice notes here. It's up the VMix.
Good afternoon again. Let me just correct something. It's not that the black race predominantly depends on government. All races in Trinidad, all businesses depend on the government mostly. The difference is, what are you depending on the government for? Is it a handout or a contract? The government may transfer $2-3 million in subsidies to poor people. 2-3 billion, sorry, for the year. However, they will give out 10-15 billion in contracts to the same people, but just to the richer ones who positioned to take advantage of those opportunities. So all those races, the big road pavers, they don't be paving the road outside of the country. They buy all the equipment, pack it up in Trinidad, and depend on the government for contracts. The difference is what are they depending on the government for? So they go into a relationship with the government, not as beggars, but in positions to maneuver and force the hand of the government in some instances to get what they want. So how we position ourselves is important. But all that depends on the government, and the poorer people get less of the pie as well, but because they're just dependent on the government for handouts.
Thank you. That was our voice note we played there. We're going to go back to the phone lines. Let's take this one. Good afternoon.
Good. I thought that I'd never get through. Let me tell you something. Since I called you last time, I was trying to get through, you know. If you call in twice and they're talking long like in their own radio station. But let me say, Africans think twice. Let this be your guide. Mama, you think twice. Put something aside. Never mind the things they go say about you. Do the things that is best for you.
Come on.
Have a lot of fun. But remember the way man will say, save for the rainy day. Every cent African get this spend, they have something to do. They have a bling, they have a bling, they have a this, they have a that. And or as they say.
All right.
Guys.
You're live? Tobago in the house?
Hello, good afternoon. Tobago in the house.
Wow,
Tobago
so
in the
nice
house.
and bright.
So bright like the sun.
A ray of sunshine in that voice, girl.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, yes, man. Well, we have sun today, you know. We have sun today. We have
That's
sun
sun
today.
today. Sun and...
I'm enjoying the topic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Precious, I hear you say about when you went to the grocery at time and you see some young lady
always see
put
it.
out some groceries.
Gotta put back down some groceries. Gotta have him money.
And when after she had to put back. But Precious, you the watch she nails, she hair do. The earring what she had on she ears. She had some gold teeth in she mouth. The long eyelashes.
Bring it out, Tobago.
Why she was in the grocery.
Bring it out.
That skin.
Well, you see, it goes back to
You
again
didn't see that?
priorities, because when you don't spend all your money on the 3,000 bundles and the nails and the expensive Jordan on your foot and thing, you have money to buy no food, so it goes back to priorities.
Well, like we saying. That is what we saying.
Right. Well, right, Precious. That is why some of them vex off now that KFC and Royal Castle and thing closed down. You understand? Because if I had my priorities straight, I will economize my money. I know I'm going to make a certain percentage. You'll hear what 2,000 is for groceries. I have TNTech, TSTT, all of these things here to pay off. So I will put aside that money.
Right.
You understand? Save something for a little rainy day.
Rainy day,
and then I
correct.
go pamper myself after.
Correct.
But no, them just pamper themselves first and then think about the things other than. And then some of them want to jump out and say, oh, the government not helping them, but the government not helping you already. The government give you, you're getting a little job that you can get a little money.
But Tobago.
You understand what I'm saying?
Tobago,
and this is what I'm calling, mainly Negroes, I would like to say Negroes. People like myself depend on the government. I don't think so.
Right. Tobago, I want to ask you a question.
Some of them just be in the background.
Right. I want to ask you a question, Tobago.
Yeah.
You have children. You have children. Right? And
go ahead.
today's program, we're talking about self-efficient. Being self-efficient. Yes? And I'm asking you, based on how you speak, I know you are training your children to be self-efficient and not depend on the government. Yes, the government. The government doing what they have to do, right? But to be self-efficient, because you're from Tobago.
Doing what they have to do.
Yeah.
Yep. Precious auntie, yesterday. I always tell my children and them, taking what the government give you. The government don't owe you anything, But whatever little the offering, try and gravitate to it. Because the other 1% and them gravitating to it and making good use of it.
That's a good.
It might work or it might not work, but you must have another plan that if that didn't work, you have something else to fall back. Now, let me get a little experience. My little daughter, she went to IWE. She got she little degree in criminology.
Lovely.
Well,
Awesome.
she wants to be a lawyer. But at this lockdown thing, she applied to go in the police service and said, Mommy, I go try and help myself, put myself through law school. I said, okay. They ain't called she yet. You figure she's sitting down and twiddling she done? No, she have another profession. She does, yeah.
Come on.
She does, yeah.
Come on now.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So she is helping herself. Why is my other daughter, she does do she little thing, she little chicken, she little polori and all that to help herself, not depending on the government. And that is what we have instilled in the youth's head. Everything is not gimme, wanty. Your mother sacrifice, your parents have a whole sacrifice to get something for you. It's time enough that you get up on your butt and be self-sufficient of yourself. Try to help yourself and we the parents will follow suit. Right? So I love the program. Enjoying it backward and forward. But I enjoying the program. Right?
You
so
so
you
much.
all guys keep safe,
You
meet
too.
home safe and wear mask. Sanitize and social distance
Do the
because
right
I'm
thing.
social
Do the right
distancing.
thing.
I'm a
Do the
tool.
right thing.
Thank you so much. Tobago
Okay,
in
my
the
dears.
house.
Love
Blessings
you
to you. Look, what somebody said, Robert. Spend all your money on makeup and you won't have any left to buy food.
That is it.
Pertaining to
serious
the
note,
discussion.
I just
that
come
we
up
have.
from a video conference from National Security, Head of Telecommunications, and other divisions. Me and
Yet. Okay, so what the caller just said there, a release was just sent out by the police commissioner saying ignore false social media posts on COVID-19 and law enforcement issues. The Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, is advising the public to ignore social media posts which are inaccurate and which can cause unnecessary panic among the citizens of TNT. The COP has taken note of 3 recent instances where these so-called anonymous social media security sources posted inaccurate information via WhatsApp and videos. In the first instance, there was a video posted which showed illegal immigrants running onto the shore saying it could have been Los Iros, Moruga, Cedras, and the Cacas. It turned out to be nationals of the Dominican Republic entering Puerto Rico. In the second social media false news was information that the Prime Minister was going to implement a state of emergency. That is fake news. That turned out to be false. And in the third incident, a man who claimed to be an insider within the national security posted an audio within the past 24 hours saying he came out of a meeting at the Ministry of National Security with Telecommunications Department and that the COVID situation was very bad. He advising people to panic buy. The police commissioner saying there was no such meetings. So that information there is false.
All
That's
right.
why we're saying before you start to share and make
Read.
false
And
news go viral,
we were saying that.
verify your information.
We were saying that. We started off the conversation by saying, before you run with something, examine all things. Examine all things.
You dig?
You dig?
You're big on your sense.
You big on your sense.
Take that one.
So no. Right?
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Precious.
There's
I'll
something
tell you
like
who's
pineapple
over there.
and coconut and all kind of thing.
Precious, to be selfish in this country. There's many things that people could do. Yeah, that's like when you smoke marijuana, they go too heavy for your tongue.
You
Go ahead, caller.
Let me tell you something,
believe me.
I know 20 young guys that we motivate when they had 10 and 12 years and things. Their parents never had property and land and all these things, but they live in a country, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, where it have a lot of land. And we encourage each one of them to go in the bush, because we just go in the bush and we just pick mango and we just lime and we just plant marijuana and all kind of thing. And we encourage these young boys and them, you go and find a place and plant 10 pomerac tree. You go and find a place and plant 10 coconut, plant zaboka, plant mammy seaport, plant soursop. Today, those guys and them is 23 years, 25 years. And I say Aisha Welsh, precious. These young guys and them could classify themselves as independent young guys today. Because the resources that they benefit from them fruits and them today. One guy have 10 pomerac tree and 12 of them have 10 each, right? It have some of them plant 30 coconut tree, some of them plant 50, some of them plant. And every month, they can go by their coconut trees and them and pick their crop and them. One crop have 20, 25 coconut in it. Because at that times we help them to buy salt and thing and salt the crops and thing, right? Today, them, and if these wicked and worthless parents and them today, stand up and say, hey, if you sell Polori for 10 years, you cannot become a millionaire, you know. If you sell Benebol for 20 years, you had to sell the world Benebol, you know. But let me tell you something. If given the opportunity in life, success does come. And when we have a government dealing with our money, is to give we opportunity to get everybody the opportunity in life. How could you have a government from 1956 and it is factual that the African race, because we hear Dr. Rowley said that, the African race live more struggling. They under the barrel, Rowley said. How it is that could happen when you had a government for 30 years in power, the Indian become multi-millionaire because they get the opportunities in life and they become successful. The Syrians get the opportunity in life, today them become successful because the Indian man was just as the black man. They hadn't really nothing. The black man come as slave and he come as indented laborers. So the Syrian then have become millionaire just so. They get the opportunity, they walk the road and sell cloth, all in Port of Spain and think they had a little store and selling cloth. But they get the opportunity. Stop, African people, mothers and fathers, stop telling your children that don't expect nothing from the government. The government not spending their money. The government spending your children money. The tax that you pay, the government spending that money. And it is only wise for the government to take that money and give you the opportunity, especially when they see you under pressure. That is when success does come. If given the opportunity in life, success will come. If you do not get the opportunity in life, well, then you struggle to become independent. You struggle hard to become independent. You see the success, you see the opportunities that the Khan family get? Do you see the opportunity that Faris Al-Wari family get? Do you see the opportunities that the East Indian community get in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, especially under the People's National Movement? Why can you not ask for that same opportunity? When the East Indian ask for that opportunity, are they doing something wrong? When the Syrian ask for that opportunity, they're doing something wrong? Only when the black boys ask for the opportunity, they're begging? Eh? Mothers and fathers, be responsible. Be responsible as parents. And stop encouraging your children and them to think like how you thinking. And today 95% black and 5% white in jail. It's because of your fault. That is your fault. And your sick way of thinking that encourage that. And I ask the African youths and them, when you watch and you see a mother and father don't hardly have nothing, and you're 10, 12 years, broaden your horizon. Don't just think about what they're saying on the radio. Think about the flip side. Think about the opposition side. We're not telling you to support the UNC, you know. We're not telling you that, you know. We're telling you to think wise because your parents not doing it for you. Think wise and do something constructive.
So that is your message to the young man and the young woman. All right. play one voice, no?
There are a lot of opportunities, but can you force someone to grasp it? Those who made the decision and grasp it, they fare well. But who don't choose to grasp it? What can you do? The opportunities are there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so much, caller. I mean, I myself took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, when, the late Honorable Patrick Manning say, free tertiary education.
Yeah.
I say, my parents couldn't afford it before.
Yeah, I remember
but now
telling
the
me that.
opportunity is there. I find myself and I make sure my sister get it too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in that sense, you're right. To me, the opportunities are there for all.
For all.
Some sit down on the block whole day and waste it away and then take it.
Yeah.
I mean, to each their own, but it's there for you. Good afternoon.
Hello, Tobago in the house again. I had to call back in.
Yeah, Tobago.
I just hear a ranting madman just talk about parents don't encourage your children.
Defend yourself.
COP or Guru or whatever he name it, he write it in his mind. My mother used to sell on the selling pastry to help put me to school. She might not have been become a multi-millionaire, but she was satisfied with what she was doing. That helped me to get an education. You understand? I myself might not come out with all that book sense, but I applied what I learned from my mother into my children. That today, that they could be their own boss, and sometime in life they are going to get there. You figure the 1%, and then what we talking about, what we talk about, they get the opportunity. It don't other people such as myself and yourself have not reached there. If you have people who selling benebles and manufacturing benebol, because we don't want people or like you, so COP, to know we business, come to Tobago, drive around the whole of Tobago, and you will see how much black successful people it have here in Tobago.
Right.
You understand? And we learn from our parents.
Yeah.
What sort of gubar you're talking about? That is why 99% of our black youths are in jail today because of the type of thinking of people like you.
Precious, I like that
Jesus,
word, gubar.
I only hope you two youths there have children and grow them up in the right way and don't take on people like COP and them. We're only depending on themselves. It's only when things going their way, they just beat the chest and figure they're happy and they just forget the rest of we in the back. You understand? Call and talk us attack Gubar. I don't want black youths to be in jail for today. I want them to be self-sufficient, have land, plant something in your own backyard and go to, you know.
Yep.
How much youths in Tobago doing that?
Yeah, but Kola, let's be fair.
Why youths of Tobago could do it and youths in Trinidad can't do it? Oh, please, before you hear I say the wrong thing.
Goodbye.
But I just had to call back in to put that madman in place.
Thank you.
Precious, what was going to say?
No, but I was going to say, we had to be real and factual as well. While, yes, we have a portion of people taking advantage of the opportunities, there are some that simply not. And what can we say to them to, encourage them that you see the opportunities that are falling at your feet, you have to take
them, capitalize.
To get a future.
Yeah. Capitalize on those opportunities.
It's 3:30. We had to go for the playway.
Yeah.
All right, so playway coming up right now. And then I would leave you guys like around 20 because I have to go and prepare the 4 o'clock news, all right? So we're going to go into the playway. Lennox is saying on the Facebook Live, you can lead the horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink. Good God, put your hand onto these people in this blessed land. So, playway right now.
This is the Playway Pick of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
The Playway